Residents in an impoverished village donate clothes and shoes to the Cyclone Idai affected areas. A young boy in Taiwan aspires to give back after regaining his health with a bone marrow transplant. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. The Tzu Chi Foundation is providing disaster relief in Mozambique. Distributions began on March 30th in Dombe, which is located on the bank of a river. During Cyclone Idai, the river soared, submerging the whole village as 119 people died. Tzu Chi volunteers sent rice into the village by boat, with the local village chief noting that this is the first foreign aid received since the disaster.
To carry out immediate relief work in Mozambique, South African Tzu Chi volunteers flew from Johannesburg to the city of Beira. The plane had yet to land. It was evident the area was badly damaged. This is a community next to the airport. You can see all of the houses in this little township have been destroyed. After the disaster, the city of Beira was devastated, and even the medical equipment to save people could not be spared.
Here is Beira Hospital. All of the difficult cases come here for treatment. But as you can see, even the roof of the Beira Hospital was blown in. This means that about half of the emergency room has been destroyed.
Due to the large number of people affected, there are as many as 161 shelters in 5 provinces.
Many people's homes have been ruined, so they live in hotels. There are many international aid groups here who have joined together to put up these tents. Some local people have even come here to put up tents.
Tzu Chi's post-disaster aid distribution started on March 30th. It first began in Dombe and Muchai. Many local houses were washed away by water. Currently, traffic is largely dependent on waterways. Villagers come to the boat to collect rice. One person took 4 bags of rice at once. The village chief said that this was the first time foreign aid was received after the disaster. The following day, the second distribution was at Dombe, which is near Beira. Supplies were sent from the capital of Maputo, and the truck arrived after 29 hours due to a punctured tire. At the time of the distribution, the weather was very hot, with the temperature reaching about 35 degrees. Tzu Chi volunteers prepared water to help quench their thirst. The materials distributed today not only included white rice, but other food and hygiene products.
We have nothing left. Our house and children's book are all gone. We have nothing to eat. These goods will fill my stomach and that of my children. We will temporarily stay here, but we don't know about the future. Thank you for helping us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Half a month after the disaster, people still can only survive on bean curd soup. Now that they have more materials, everyone's joy can be seen.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Zimbabwe hosted an event to cultivate love and kindnesses before entering disaster areas. Every household brought their second-hand clothes and shoes, hoping Tzu Chi volunteers can deliver the items to affected areas. Despite living an impoverished life, these villagers still gave their best wishes to support survivors of Cyclone Idai.
今天是我们呢来到辛巴威第一场的木西木爱的活动。那其实呢
Today is our first event in Zimbabwe to cultivate love and kindness. In fact, they've started to donate aid supplies 2 weeks ago. At this event today, we can witness that all of the Zimbabwe residents have a clear idea of the impact of Cyclone Idai. They are all willing to give despite being impoverished. Here we witness the power of love.
You know, there is all our family. They are disaster. They need a big hand.
Upon learning about flood damage, local Tzu Chi volunteers launched campaigns to cultivate kindness in the communities. They've brought clothes and shoes from home and asked Tzu Chi volunteers to deliver them to the disaster areas.
This village is called Jacha area. It's a village outside of the capital. The village takes in many impoverished people from other places, so it's extremely poor. We can see that they've donated some of the most important items in their house, but they are extremely joyful.
I felt sad that this kind of disaster occurred. This is what I can do for the disaster-affected people. I donate clothes and shoes because those are what they need the most now, and hopefully it can give them some help.
Yes, thank you.
Tzu Chi has cared for the community for many years. Many villagers come to the event early in the morning. More and more have joined as time went by.
While the event continues, we can see that there are many more people coming from afar to donate items. We can see that despite the poverty of this village, they all have a big heart with great love.
All the clothes and every pair of shoes all carry the warmth and best wishes from these loving and kind villagers.
Over 1.7 million people were affected in the Cyclone Idai disaster, and more than 100,000 people are missing. Tzu Chi has launched activities in over 40 countries to cultivate love and kindnesses. Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital and Xindian Jinsiho hosted musical concerts and street fairs to support the international disaster relief. They hope to gather the good wishes and send care to disaster areas. To pray for many natural disasters in the world, Tzu Chi volunteers in the Greater Taipei and Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital staff hosted a charity musical concert together. They invited singers to raise love and compassion for disaster survivors through music.
The whole community has been motivated. We must take action to show people that we are ready to serve those who are suffering with all of our love and compassion.
In addition, volunteers also hosted street fairs to cultivate love from the public so they can send care to disaster areas.
I believe that everyone has a warm heart, so I'm trying to wake the compassion in their heart. I'm thankful that we've got great responses from many of our patients.
One of the volunteers, Chen, used to undergo treatments at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital. He turned the help he has received in the past to selfless love that can be delivered to the needy.
I'm very grateful, so I vowed that on the day that I could walk again, I will become a volunteer. I'm thankful to Tzu Chi for giving me the opportunity.
Great love transcends any boundaries. Wherever disaster occurs, Tzu Chi volunteers will always send love and care to cultivate blessings everywhere they go. The torrential rain in Sao Paulo in Brazil in early March has caused severe flood that has damaged many houses in the remote slum areas. Many of the affected residents have no ability to clean and rebuild their houses. Tzu Chi volunteers went to visit them and provided a distribution of daily necessities and cleaning items at their nearby gymnasium. They've helped 160 people in total. It's been more than 10 days after the torrential rain, but everywhere is still flooded in the slum area of Sao Paulo.
My house was flooded and now I have nothing. I've never been this miserable before. Now I rented this wooden house temporarily, but I really need help because I have financial difficulties raising my children.
In order to speed up the disaster relief, volunteers aggressively prepared aid supplies. They've decided to start giving out items the day after their visit.
The heavy rain has destroyed my house, and I'm left with nothing. Thankfully, you came to help and give me the mattress, cleaning kites, and diapers. I'm very glad and thankful to you all.
Volunteers distributed daily necessities to solve their problems at hand. They hope to comfort their heart first so they can rebuild their homeland as soon as possible. In Zibo City, Shandong, we meet a Tzu Chi care recipient, Niu Xueyun, who is paralyzed due to a car accident. Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for her for 20 years, At first, Ms. Leon was filled with anger, and volunteers helped her to let go of worries. By teaching her how to knit, her mindset has changed to be happy and content. Eventually, her life has completely turned around, and she began to sell her knitted products.
Tzu Chi Care recipient Liu Xueyun is paralyzed due to a car accident. Her husband went around as a part-time worker. Unlike other children, her child often doesn't smile, which saddens the volunteers.
When we first visited the family, the mother would complain to us as she was upset. Her mind was filled with anger. As for her child, he wouldn't smile.
Although volunteers have accompanied the family for a few months, nothing seemed to change. They worked together to help her let go of resentment by teaching her how to knit.
The volunteers gave me confidence and strength. They always encourage me. If I have any difficulties, they will come and help me. Whenever they have time, they will clean my house. For me, the volunteers are like family members. Their unconditional giving deeply touched me.
Chen suffered from leukemia when he was 2 years old. Chemotherapy treatment led him to go in and out of the hospital in youth. Fortunately, his bone marrow transplant was successful 3 years ago. This allowed him to regain his health and return to school. Now he is in the 3rd grade and is an inspiration to his classes.
Chen is free to move about and do what he wants, which is something much different than 3 years ago.
I used to live in the hospital isolation room, which was scary. They were worried I could be infected by others.
At 2 years old, he was diagnosed with leukemia. For the next 3 years, went in and out of the hospital.
At that time, I had to change his diaper there as well. At such an age, he could barely stand and we were stuck in the hospital room. We could just pull the curtain and the bed was like our living room.
As this little boy suffered, his parents felt the stress. Fortunately, he was very brave.
He won't cry when he draws blood or get an injection. When nurses can't draw blood from his arms, they will do it from his legs. He won't cry, but just hold me tight.
His father originally worked in a technology company, but suddenly suffered a stroke. This made it hard for him to move and also affected his speech. The family was tested by tragedy one after another, and each time they persevered.
I have to thank all of the people who helped us so much.
In 2015, Chen would benefit from a successful bone marrow transplant.
When I see the donor, I personally want to thank him for allowing us to become healthy.
Chen was held back in school for 1 year because of illness. He is in 3rd grade and he should be in 4th grade based upon his age.
For a while, the children looked up to him like an idol. This was because he was good at handicrafts and would make origami for his classmates.
Although he is the same height as others, he has a warmer heart.
When they ask who in our class is a compassionate big brother, everyone will talk about Chen.
I have already benefited from the help of others. When I have the ability, I should help other children.
helping others is his wish because there are many people who helped him during the recovery process.
He's very motivated, and this strengthened my heart.
When you grow up, you have a healthy body and you can also give back to the society. You can also help other people. This concept which his mother gave him is very good.
Power of Love has led this young boy's family to overcome many difficulties as they will continue to pass on love and goodwill to help more people in need.
Through interesting and fun activities, children can be inspired to adopt a healthy vegetarian diet, as well as learning the importance of protecting the earth. Every year, Tzu Chi Foundation Kindergarten in Malaysia conducts Passport for Vegetarian Land campaign for the children, encourage them to embrace vegetarianism for 30 days.
The children dressed up in different kinds of animal costumes. The children enjoy various fun activities. This is the annual Passport Vegetarian Land campaign conducted by Tzu Chi Foundation Kindergarten in Malaysia. It encourages the children to embrace vegetarianism for 30 days.
要吃蔬菜水果。那为什么要吃蔬菜水果呢？不然小鸡找不到妈妈。它找不到妈妈会怎样？小鸡会很伤心，它妈妈给那些人类吃掉了。你要爱动物，动物有生命的。这样子哦，你要怎样保护动物？不要去杀动物。
Through a stage drama performance and under volunteers' guidance, both parents and children were inspired to eat meatless food.
Adopting a vegetarian diet can also teach children the value of compassionate giving. We can let our children understand animals are our friends but not food. I believe this will help them cultivate good thoughts and sow in the seeds of kindness in their hearts.
Children can learn how to influence others by starting with family members. When they grow up, they can influence more people to go meatless in order to save the earth. Don't ever estimate these children. All of them have the determination and power to do it. I believe the adults have seen it. They probably will think that they can do it as well.
Next, with a 1-month period, the children are ready for the challenge of eating vegetables and fruits for each meal.
Team Out Philippines held its 237th free clinic. The location was at the presidential office, offering 6 different medical departments treating 1,000 patients. Many came for traditional Chinese medicine treatments such as acupuncture to help relieve their pain.
The free clinic in the Philippines was held at the presidential office with some 370 people signing up for TCM treatment. This person was playing baseball when he injured his left shoulder and wasn't able to raise it up.
I came for TCM services. After acupuncture, I can raise my hand up like this.
This 88-year-old woman was accompanied by members of her family. For many years, her waist really hurt. An external medicine doctor, Timoteo Yu, early in the morning experienced pain after a painkiller wore off.
There's an acupuncturist here at the Tzu Chi mission. He was able to help me okay. Hopefully the pain won't come back.
This doctor, his body has a deficiency called syndrome. We don't just stop the pain, we want to boost his kidneys and blood circulation. TCM services were appreciated, and with the CCH Medical Foundation even providing massage treatments to alleviate stress from the body.
About 80% of the people have the same symptoms. This is because their workplace has air conditioning. They go in and out of this all day. This causes their upper back or lower back to hurt.
This free clinic offered 6 different medical departments servicing some 1,000 patients. A number of staff even brought their children for treatment.
Last week may sakit siya, and then unfortunate din for us na medyo bago lang din kami dito sa Manila, so we don't know about where to go with regards to the medical checkup with my daughter.
Many of these volunteers used this opportunity to invite their family members to come. Also, compassion was raised for the East African disaster to repay some of the 4,000 countries, which help support Philippines in their time of need.
The Tzu Chi Foundation is currently hosting the 219th TEMA Global Forum, which occurs simultaneously with the Tzu Chi USA 30th Anniversary Gala in San Dimas, California. The event was like a big family reunion, bringing members from different countries together to share culture and medical knowledge.
A celebration for the 30th anniversary Tzu Chi USA coincided with the Tzu Chi TEMA Global Forum. Many were grateful for the support and cooperation from those coming from all walks of life. This included volunteers doing charity work, international disaster relief, medical care, and education.
That was a tremendous thing for the city. I think it's been great for Tzu Chi because they've done so well here and done so much in the community.
U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers remain committed to bringing compassion and help people here since the beginning. Many preparations and rehearsals were done before the party. Tzu Chi Global Volunteer Director Stephen Huang encouraged everyone not to forget their initial aspiration. I am very grateful to Dharma Master Zheng Yan for providing us with this guidance and direction. I'm also very grateful to all the teams, including CEOs and superintendents, and those from 16 countries and regions. Today is a big reunion. Master Zheng Yan told us that blessings and happiness will be derived through our work. We must have wisdom to understand our role. 16 home-cooked vegetarian dishes were prepared, giving a boost to the crowd. I really like this pastry. Who wouldn't like it? It is delicious today. Yes, it's delicious. It's my favorite thing.
It's my first time to see how it's done. I never understood what a Taiwanese buffet is, but it's nice. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I already tasted some of them. I like it.
This cultural exchange helps unite people and better inspire them to do more good for society.
Indonesia, a volunteer goes into the community to invite seniors to do recycling. This led many to be inspired to join, and the recycling station has now become a popular place for these elders to hang out. Let's join them.
On Tuesday morning, many senior volunteers have arrived at the Tzu Chi Penta Kapu's recycling station, including Tzu Chi volunteer Yisi.
As Dharma Master Zheng Yan's disciple, we wanted to invite the elders of the community, especially in the Penta Indah Kapuk area, to do recycling. Most of them are wise and have a compassionate heart.
The volunteers have accompanied the seniors and take care of them like their own family members. Among the elderly people, this is Kwam Kim Hwa's second time to join the volunteering work.
I enjoy doing recycling because time passes quickly. This is better than staying home and do nothing. It's definitely more meaningful and worth it.
I hope to start with one senior volunteer. Then we can invite more volunteers to join us. They can inspire others. All of us are like one big family.
Now, the recycling station is a popular place for the elders. Doing recycling is also a good way for volunteers to maintain good health. More importantly, it can make our world become beautiful and clean.
Tzu Chi has promoted humanistic culture and recycling concepts in an event for academic scholarship recipients in Guangxi Medical University. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.